Well, things are turning out exactly as we knew they would.
A Fox News alert. FBI sources tell Fox News Digital that the man charged with assassinating Charlie Kirk was living with a transgender partner. Bureau officials confirmed that Tyler Robinson was in a romantic relationship with someone transitioning from male to female.
Which is why the liberal media and the lunatics online have been working overtime to lie, obfuscate, deny, and, well, I was going to say play dumb, but they are dumb. This is one of the Krasenstein brothers, the incestuous brothers that live on Twitter.
We just got more news about Tyler Robinson, the man who took Charlie Kirk's life. This is Lance Twiggs,
who goes by Luna because he's identifying as a woman,
who was allegedly his roommate. Here he is snowboarding.
So he's insinuating that women don't snowboard. See, he's not a transgender woman. There is snowboarding in the mountains of Utah. Wow, how rare.
But MAGA found this image and now they're saying he was transitioning, although there's no actual evidence of that.
We didn't say that based off of this image of him dressed as a furry. We said that based off of the shooter carving pro-trans messages into the bullet casings. If you're not familiar with the Krasenstein brothers, well, you're kind of lucky. But the Right to Bear Memes meme maker made this illustration to perfectly convey who they are, with a real tweet from Brian Krasenstein, who said that if you're a man who has a relationship with a trans woman, you are in a heterosexual relationship because she is a woman and you are a man. There's so much disinformation about the shooter and the liberals' response and about Charlie Kirk's messages. And not just coming from random lunatics online, but coming from, the brand name liars and Marxist Democrats in Congress, like Congressman Eric Swalwell, Eric Fartsmell, who said that it doesn't matter that Kirk's killer was a straight white male. A straight white male, hey there, Fartsmell? He said that in response to some fake news posted by the Daily Beast, which claimed that MAGA may have been quick to point fingers at the left for Charlie Kirk's death, but Tyler Robinson's grandmother insists that they come from a family of Trump supporters. Well, the family are Trump supporters, but that doesn't guarantee that someone's children aren't going to fall victim to the demonic corners of the internet that lurk on Reddit and on TikTok and on Discord. Growling like a demon.
Well. There it is.
If you're on a mobile device, that's a screenshot of the Daily Beast's fake news article that he thinks is the evidence that this guy was a right-wing extremist.
To it appear that when they blamed the left, when they said the Democratic Party owns this.
Oh, we went further than that. We said that they inspired this, but continue with your delusions.
When they spent 24 hours hooting and hollering about going to war. The dregs of American society, the chaff from our amber waves of grain, biffed it, as they always do. Not a trans person, not an immigrant, not a black person, not a drag queen, not a woman, not some blue-haired radical leftist, not even a liberal, but just another weak, pathetic, alt-right, male, MAGA loser.
He called him alt-right because that was the big talking point over the weekend. They're trying to frame him as a right-wing extremist, an anti-Semite, a racist who assassinated Charlie because Charlie wasn't anti-Israel or anti-Israel enough or wasn't racist enough. Something I covered in detail in one of my previous videos 2 days ago, so be sure to go check that out if you missed it. And stay tuned because there's plenty more to come in this video, but real quick, subscribe to my channel for new here because you're not going to find another channel like this anywhere else. The investigation is also, as we all knew that it would, looking into whether or not there were a group of online transgender people who this guy was communicating with, including his boyfriend, who is pretending that he didn't know. You're claiming that he just had no idea Even though he texted him after the event and said, hey, I got to go, or we got to go, get that rifle that I left back at the scene. But for now, they're claiming, even the governor of Utah is claiming that he had no idea and he was just totally surprised, even though I give that a 0% chance. But there were some very strange posts online the day before like this. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone, he says, evaporates him, literally, and then also respond to that saying, let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. This is just the latest in a long and growing list of transgender or transgender allied mass shooters, like the one just 2 weeks ago, who went by the name of Robin Westman, this individual. Because, of course, you're not supposed to say, you're not really allowed to say, because it's deemed hate speech on the big tech platforms, to say that these people have, a mental disorder or that there's anything wrong with them. And if you ask ChatGPT, is there anything wrong with them? Or is there anything weird about them? It lies and says, oh, no, it's just a natural variety in human expression. It's just natural. And this is why for years the big tech platforms have censored discussions about the transgender problem. Whoops, you're not even supposed to call it a problem. That's deemed hate speech as well. And why Amazon banned several books discussing the problem, the issues, and why Democrats never wanted to address it because they kept that issue under the rug as long as possible. And it doesn't matter how deep you bury something that's rotten. Eventually, people smell it.
Right-wing incitement of violence against trans Americans in this country.
By just saying that we don't want biological men in girls' or women's locker rooms or areas, period. That's just inciting violence against them.
Because they cannot let go of this obsession with fixating violence and inciting violence against trans and LGBT people, in addition to immigrants, in addition to women of color. This is a party that cannot pick on anyone their own size.
Oh, so now even just talking about angry black women is inciting violence against them, when, of course, as always, they are the ones who are violent.
Why should parents not know if their kids are transitioning at school?
This is a question in response to him signing a bill into law, basically banning public school teachers from telling parents if their children are transitioning or having gender identity issues. And when confronted about this, this was his answer.
It's a hell of a thing. You're talking about 1% of the population. Climate change, its impact 100% of the population wasn't even brought up. And we're talking about trans issues.
Here in California, this is an issue for you.
It's a big issue for parents. This is a front and center issue.
Yeah, actually it is, because it's a Pandora's box that is tearing the fabric of our society apart. These leftists have no idea what they've just unleashed on this country. Over the weekend, over half of the NFL teams had a moment of silence and a tribute to Charlie Kirk. And now almost everybody in America has heard his name, heard what happened. People who aren't even really into politics, but are kind of on our side, or know that the transgender stuff is a little weird, that the leftists are crazy, and that they've been getting out of control, are going to now see, beyond a shadow of a doubt, how evil they are. There were Charlie Kirk memorials across the country over the weekend, and at one of them, I'm not sure what city this is in, a leftist lunatic showed up and vandalized it while wearing the same exact shirt that the shooter wore. That's how evil these people are. Thankfully, many of these people are being fired because we're giving the left a taste of their own medicine. People are calling their employers, sending them screenshots. And no, that is not cancel culture. That is getting rid of an absolute psycho, a dangerous person in the workplace. And so, of course, the mainstream media is defending them and lying about them. This from NBC News, nothing but crap news. After Charlie Kirk's death, teachers and professors nationwide fired or disciplined over social media posts. Oh, just posts. Following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk this week, educators across the country have found themselves facing swift termination or potential discipline after allegedly sharing opinions on social media about the killing. Oh, opinions. That's all that they did, is they just had an opinion about it. At least a dozen faculty and staff from school board officials to classroom teachers, have been met with fallout over, they're just insensitive posts. Insensitive posts about Kirk's death. And in at least two instances, two universities have fired staff members entirely for posts deemed inappropriate, just inappropriate. See, they're not even, what should we expect from these demons? They're not actually even reporting what the people are doing. So, since I'm your trusted independent media analyst who always has the receipts, let's take a look at just a very small sample. I'm willing to bet that there are hundreds of thousands of these, and a lot of them don't say it out loud because they don't want the generated transcript from their video to be flagged by AI and be taken down. So they just sit there and giggle and celebrate or play songs while they then caption the video. Like this one, just got the Charlie Kirk news. Of course, wearing a nose ring. Almost all of them have this nose ring. That's their signal, the septum ring. Their signal to other mutants, other dysgenic zombies. I don't think it's fair to even call these people humans. This creature captioned their video, "Don't let it stop with Charlie."
Like, what? It was so crazy. I watched like a 60 minute, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. 1 minute edit of like the things he said, and they're like so atrocious that like his wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage. Like, get rid of the whole family. I'm so sorry. Why?
If Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, and Dan Bongino, the deputy director, don't start indicting these people within a few days, then we're going to have to hold them accountable. Obviously, it's not against the First Amendment for people to be celebrating his death. It's despicable. It's completely inappropriate and should be a fireable offense and get them expelled from school. Because like I said, those are dangerous people. Those aren't people with a political opinion. Those aren't people spewing supposed racism or transphobia, which the left always gets us canceled for. They are celebrating and encouraging violence and should be dealt with appropriately. But the people who are calling for violence are breaking the law and need to be indicted immediately. Don Lemonhead, former clown on CNN turned YouTuber, is very upset that so many people like Charlie Kirk.
Wait a minute. Why are you treating Charlie Kirk like he's a monarch, like he is actually a member of the government, that he is deserving of a state funeral, that he is actually deserving of the honor of having flags lowered to half staff, that he is?
Because he is a symbol of free speech. He was one of the most prominent conservative activists and debaters in this country who, I'm sorry I have to remind you, was assassinated during a debate.
Is deserving of the honor of having the Presidential Medal of Freedom, an honor that's usually for war heroes, of people who have made major sacrifices to the country.
Oh, he didn't make a major sacrifice at all, did he, Don? But his stupidity didn't end there. He then hit the streets and made a further fool of himself.
What do you think would happen to Charlie Kirk?
It's just messed up, totally messed up. You know, that was messed up. Like, nobody deserved that. He definitely didn't deserve that. He was a good guy.
You think he was a good guy?
I think he was.
You
Only
think?
Kirk
Good morals.
Captain Kirk.
The what?
The only Kirk you recognize is Captain Kirk. I don't know Charlie Kirk. I don't know who
You
that
don't
is.
know who it is?
I don't know who that is.
I know who it was. Like, you know.
I only know about him when
All of us have flaws. I can't really tell you what to believe in or how to feel. Like, everybody's having a human experience. Like, why knock him for having this human experience or what he believe in?
Even though even though he says things that are anti-women, black, all that.
I can't judge him for that.
Don's black fragility is showing there. He's anti-black because he dared to talk about the black crime statistics, the dreaded 1350 stat. I titled my last book, The War on Conservatives, for a reason. And I know I clown around a lot on YouTube, but my books are a totally different side to me. Some of you will be quite surprised, but those who have read them can attest that they are very well researched, very well sourced, almost 1,000 footnotes in them. So order it in paperback from Amazon.com or hardcover, or download the ebook from any of the major ebook stores. Or if you want to get some great merch, head on over to my online store, markdice.com. Pick up your Liberal Tears mug, the Alligator Alcatraz shirt, the Sorry No Vacancy shirt, War is a Racket, or any of my awesome designs, so liberalism find a cure. All available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and tank tops, and women's cuts as well. So head on over there, or click the link in the description below, and check them out.